It is very true. Very, very true. Okay. So, hello. My name is Jenny, and this is Creating Crafts with Jenny. And I did a show like this quite a while ago where I talked about how to get started with doing paint pours. And like you, if I'm interested in something, I do research. And believe me, the last place you want to go is like Facebook, because you just get opinions out there. I mean, real research. YouTube is a good place to do research, although sometimes I think you get opinions out there also, but it's a good place to start. One of the things that I thought was the hardest part of doing a paint pour was picking colors. Where do you start? Because I think a lot of times you see people come on to their shows when they do YouTube, and the first thing they do is they just start showing what colors that they're going to use, and they do not tell you where they came up with that idea for those 4 or 5 paint colors that they've decided to put together. They do not share that information with you. They may have got it out of their head. They may have got it off of some website. They may have got, there's actually paint, you guys know I do the Karen Clark's thing all the time, but there's color palette generators where you can put some colors in and it will generate, like if I put like pinks in, it will generate some colors for me and that sort of thing. So there's software out there. I know. Life just keeps getting easier and easier and easier. So up on the screen, I will manipulate this area quite a bit during this conversation with you guys. So I've got some screens going on down here. I've got this part down here, which I'll talk about this, and then I've got the computer screen also. I've got kind of a split screen thing going on. So on the split screen, I've got just where I've literally just typed in color palettes. And as you see, there's just, and I just clicked over onto the image, and there is a ton of them, right? So you can see where it is fairly easy to pick out, see where I said where it says color palette generator. I really haven't played around too much with that. I think that would be fun. Here, my mouse right here. This one right here. That would be fun to play around with. Maybe you've got a book. They've got wall art, that sort of thing. Also keep in mind, how many colors do you want to play around with? Are you wanting to do, and this is where you keep, if you're starting out new, I would start out slow, and I wouldn't pick out something that has as many colors as this thing down here. This is a good starter pack and it's got, I don't know what, 6 colors. Would I put all 6 of these colors on one painting? I don't think so. I would probably do 3 of the colors, and I would probably use one of these colors as a base color, which would probably be this, this crystal cat, what do they call it? Crystal something or other. Crystal, this real light color, it's almost like a white color, as my base color, but you don't necessarily have to do that. That's just, because usually, and in all reality, when they say 2 colors, you're actually, and the white is a color too. The base color can be considered a color also. So is it 2 colors and a base color, you know, that sort of thing. So to kind of keep that in mind. I would start out easy. And work your way up. And I'll show you one of these. These here are probably some of the easiest ones to work with. And these colors are some of your base colors that if you buy those like 24 packs of colors that you can get that are like Tester Crafts, when they come in the 24 packs or 36 pack colors, the majority of the colors are going to be in some of this. Now, some of the shading colors, like you see where I'm showing the mouse here, those colors are not going to be in there, but you could probably experiment with the blacks and do a little bit of a white to get those shades, but that's, I wouldn't say that was a beginner painter. I would say that's probably an intermediate to advanced painter. And the same thing, but like for example, the pinks on here, I'm looking at this one here. In this little palette thing that I've got here, I've got two of those colors, and I probably could play around with this creamy color that's in here and may get a couple lighter color pinks if I just played around with mixing some of this color into, let's see if you can see where I'm painting or pointing here. If I played around with this color and these two colors, I would get some other colors. I would get some different color pinks. So that would give me 4 colors. 4 shades of pink, that sort of thing. That's what I was trying to say. That makes sense? Okay. The same down here with these blues. If I start putting lighter colors into the blues, it's just going to make them lighter color blues. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. So I just wanted to do a short segment on color palettes. I personally love to do 2 color palettes or 3 color palettes, especially on the show, just for the simple fact it makes it look simpler. Because if I'm doing a show and I bring something in that's got 5 or 6 colors, there's people that are immediately shutting down and saying, there's no way I'm purchasing 6 colors to do a painting like that. I think it's pretty. That's way cool. Thumbs up that give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up that she's doing all of that work, but there's no way I'm going to try it. But if I bring in 2 colors and maybe a white, you may actually give this art a try. And I want you to. I want you to go to the Dollar Tree and buy some $1.50 or $1.25, however, whatever they're selling these things for these days. Throw some paint on there and give it a try. You can use the Floetrol if you want to, which is my favorite go-to medium, or you can use the glue. It's up to you. Or you can use water. I don't like using water. I don't use water on my channel because every time I do it, it doesn't work out for me. So Floetrol is my go-to, or the glue. So like I said, here is different palettes. They're extremely easy to use. Let me see if I can get to, let me put, oh, here. Okay, so we got 4 color palettes. Let me see. Some of my favorites, some of my favorites pop. Okay, these are, okay, here's a 4 color. So, right here. These are very bright colors. So here's 4 colors that you could easily use. And You've got a yellow, you've got a very bright green, you got a blue, and an orange. Do they have to exactly be that shade? No. They can be variations of those shades and you'll be just fine. If you're wanting it to match into something that may be in your house, that's fine too. Say, for example, if you have maybe a burgundy couch or something like that, and you want to, you can type in a burgundy palette, and it will tell you what other colors would go with that burgundy couch. Obviously, this is kind of like a burgundy burnt orange color. These other three colors would go with that couch, that sort of thing. So you could mix these other three colors into your painting and you would have things that would go with that couch, or vice versa. If you, maybe all of your carpet is this weird, I won't say weird, this light cream color, but you want a pop of color on your walls in a painting, you could do these four colors and you would have something that would go in that room just fine. If you wanted to go with a 5-color palette, again, you're stretching it and you're making it a little more complex, but here's 5 colors, and these 5 colors will probably come with probably a 24 pack of colors. You've got your brown, you've got white, green, and looks like 2 shades of gray. And gray is popular, or has been for quite some time now. I think gray's on its way out in popularity, but it's still popular. Okay. Okay, so here's one where the dominant color is kind of a stone white. Stone white is a little bit of white with a touch, and I do mean a touch of black, and then a green. So you have more white than you do green. So the white is going to be more dominant color than the green. So if you're layering up, your layers of white are more so than the green. That sort of thing. Okay. Here's some other ones. Here's this one. This one would be wild to do, but it'd be fun. There's just so many out here. You just, and if you get into, I love to do these. These are very similar to the Karen Clark's thing. They kind of give you an idea of what it kind of looks like if they're all put together. You just go out there and pick your colors. If by chance, now this is stretching it, but if by chance there's a color on here that you don't have, and you have, so you've bought some colors, and there's a color on here that you're wanting but you don't have it, look on your color wheel and see if you can make the color, because chances are you probably can. Again, that's kind of getting into the advanced, but that's seeing if you can do it. And chances are you can. Sometimes it'll take 2, maybe 3 colors to get that color up, and sometimes you end up with a color that's like, wow, I wasn't going there, but I like that color. I'm going to use it. It's like that green that I have. It's almost like an army green. I really like it, but it took 3-4 colors for me to get to that green, but I really like it. Okay, let's see. Let me put, okay. These are fun. So it's like colors that go with blue. So you've got kind of a pink, kind of a pinkish color. You've got a little bit darker pink. You've got, it's like an orange color. A lot of these colors come with numbers, and if you do color palette generator, they all have numbers and letters. They're usually, I think, 5 or 6 numbers. Color generators are fun to play with. Here's another 2 colors. And you can see with the background on this is white, so you know that if you have a white background, these 2 colors are okay with it. Here's another 2 colors that go together. 2 colors are fun to play with. They really are. And if you're just getting started with doing painting, 2 colors are a good way to start. Okay, so that was basically what I wanted to talk to you guys about today, was how to get started and to play around with checking out color palettes and how to kind of pick colors. Here's another 2 color palette, a little bit brighter colors, your brighter greens and blues. You got kind of a turquoisey green, I guess kind of turquoisey green, and a kind of a hot pink there. It's funny because I look on one computer screen, I look at the other one, and on this computer it looks red, and here it looks pink. I know. Gotta love computers, I know. I know it. Okay. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. So yeah, there you have it. Okay, so I want to get off here and do some other things, and what do I always tell you guys? Go out there. Be absolutely awesome. Do your thing, and I'll see you in my next video. Talk to you soon. Bye.